It's Tuesday. Let's talk about it. You know the vibes. And today I have with me Mr. Evan.
Hey, everybody.
So today's topic is, are you really running your own race? Are you running your own race, Evan?
You know what? I think I am.
Think you are?
I think I am.
Good. So I just feel as though this generation struggles with being honest with themselves sometimes. Like, you can't take the truth because you're not honest with yourself.
I think you're a better person, though, if you actually can.
Right.
But to get to that point, you need to also be able to be comfortable by yourself and not be relying on others to make choices for you or just otherwise.
True. Like, the authenticity of yourself has to be there.
Yeah, you have to be authentic. You have to be real. You also have to be not just yourself in private, but you need to be able to be yourself in public as well. I think that's half the battle.
Right. Like, do you think people are afraid to be judged when they really want to be authentically themselves?
Absolutely. I think validation plays a huge part in what people do as far as with their actions and the things that they say. I think a lot of people feel like if they don't move in a certain way that correlates with others who they feel like are in a better place than them.
Right, like seeking validation.
Exactly. And without that validation, they don't feel like they have self-worth.
True though. Like, I just feel like if you have no individuality and you're always seeking validation from other people, that affects your mentality and your priorities for yourself.
Absolutely. Like, if you don't know who you are, then I think you should spend a little bit more time in your day, in your life to figure that out. Because you're only going to get better as a person when you do that.
True. Like, spending time with yourself and figuring out what your purpose is and what it is that you want to do with your life. Because at the end of the day, it's your life, nobody's gonna make decisions for you.
Exactly.
You're grown enough to make your own decisions. And I just feel like people in my age group feel like they should be somewhere further than where they are because they get influenced by seeing other people's lives on social media and they feel as though, I feel like I need to be there too. Like, no, like, you have to run your own race. Exactly.
That's not what it's about. It's not always about watching for who's finished first, but a lot of times it's about make sure your own shoes are tied. Like, let's make sure we on the right track. Like, worry about yourself, worry about how you're feeling and what you're going through. Because 9 times out of 10, even though that person might finish before you, they might not have everything together like you do.
Right.
So it's always important to focus on what your mission goal is, what you're trying to do with your life before starting to worry about others.
Exactly. Like, everybody is given different tools from God to do what they have to do in order to fulfill their purpose or whatever. And I just feel as though social media is a big influence because we all grew up on social media.
Right.
And a lot of people always have to post what they're doing every 5 seconds of the day. Like, I'm at the grocery store. I'm finna go do this. I'm finna take a social media break. Like, they have to announce what they're about to do. Like, just do it.
Once again, a lot of people need that attention, and they feel like that attention is also correlating with love. It's like a lot of times, like, people are bored, so they're just watching you do your thing. But that doesn't really mean that, like, this is something that you should be doing. Like, this is a healthy habit. Like, you just have to figure out what you're trying to do with yourself, within yourself. Because an empty cup can't pour into other cups. Because there's nothing in it.
True. And it's like when they're on social media and they're looking at other people's lives, and whether you think you are or you're not, but you are comparing yourself intentionally because you feel as though, I should be where they are. But everybody has their own journey. Like, you can't look at someone else's life on social media. Like, you're 20, I'm 20, this 20-year-old has, let's say, a Lamborghini and you're driving a Honda. You're going to be like, well, damn, I'm 20, I want a Lamborghini too. Like,
but there's nothing wrong with that Honda.
Really, like,
gas is high too. Like,
gas prices going up.
Like, that's pressure, nah.
$20 ain't $20 and no more.
There's nothing wrong with that 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with, taking your time on a project. There's nothing wrong with any of those things.
Right.
Because to be honest with you, it's about, how you feel at the end, not about how everybody else felt it at the end of their journey.
Right. You have to do what's best for you, specifically yourself. Right. And then there's definitely a lot of clout chasing going on.
Very much so.
Like, more people want clout than they do want to be like successful, I guess. Like,
I mean, I guess it's nice to have that glow for a second. I guess it's nice for about a week, but after that week is over, like, where are we at?
It's like everybody want to be famous till it's time to be famous, and not everybody in your business.
I mean, you can chase trends and everything like that, but is that forever? Most of the time, it's not. So you got to really be, secure within what you want, just out of this entire life.
Clout chasing is a drug. I think it's a drug.
A drug? Yeah, it's addictive. I think so, for sure. That first time is different. Like, when you got your first Instagram like, it was off the wall.
Not the first like.
The first like?
I would say the first time you reached at least half a K.
Half a K? Half a K is valid. I ain't lying. Half a K is valid. But yeah, you're hype anytime you get like that individual's attention, because it's like there's like millions of people on social media. So the fact that you were able to capture like 10, 15 of them, as a kid, that's probably like, it's gonna put you over the moon. Now about half a K, shoot, now we're talking Brandon D and a couple other things.
Yeah, I just feel as though some people, I don't know, like, what is it? Why do you want to? What's the purpose of you trying to chase clout? Like, do you want to be famous? Do you want to be known? Or is it just an attention thing?
Maybe it's a mixture of all those things. Maybe you want to be famous. Maybe you want to be known. Maybe you don't feel like you're anybody right now.
Right. So basically, I just feel as though you just have to go where God is sending you specifically, as in, like, you have to run your own race and do accordingly what's for you. Because at the end of the day, if you're seeking validation and you're comparing your life to other people, you're not going anywhere. You're just running in a circle, honestly.
For sure. You can't chase your tail. Like, nobody came out here to see you chase your tail. Like, do your thing, but do it properly. Like, make sure you have a plan.
Right.
Structure is everything.
Structure, yes.
Structure is very important.
Structure and discipline, sure. Like, also, there is no age limit for success. Like, a lot of celebrities or a lot of famous people, I ain't even gonna say celebrities are famous, a lot of successful people didn't really get successful until like late 30s, early 40s. Like, it takes a while for you to get where you're going, but you just have to embrace the journey and take your time and, just have patience.
Yeah, also understand your circumstances. Just because you see somebody online who's 22 with a Lambo, they didn't show you that their parents have like an investment firm with a nice hedge fund. They don't show you that part. They just show you the car and the PJ. Don't worry about the car and the PJ. Like,
no one discussed how you got there.
Exactly. Nobody cares for the journey. They just care for the end result.
What? Talk about it. Like, you just have to focus on your own lane.
Yeah, just tunnel vision. Well, not exactly complete tunnel vision, but more so the idea of focusing on what's in front of you, but also, canceling out bad distractions. Because sometimes other people could use your help on things, but I think also focusing on your work and what your progress is very important.
Very important.
Would you say that things are easier said than done?
Yes. Because a lot of people like, oh, I want this, I want that, I'm finna get this, I'm finna get that. What are you gonna do to get that? What are you gonna do to get there? Faith without works is dead. You can't just say, oh, I want this. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be so rich, this, that, and the third, but you're still on the couch watching TV. Like, get up and do something. Like successful people, that stuff just don't happen overnight. Like you literally have to work day in, day out to get where you're trying to go. And you can't just say you want to do something and not do your part. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you have to have the right mindset when you start off your day too. Like establishing a routine is very important. Understanding, you know, I need to do this, not versus, I might do it. Maybe today's the day. You got to make every day kind of like that day. So just get things done and make sure that you're on the right track.
So what would be your advice to people our age who feel as though they aren't running their own race?
Just to be patient. I think patience is everything. I think a lot of times we just focus on making things happen now. I want a network now. I want a job now. But you're not really patient for it. So when you rush it, well, with anything, when you rush anything, a lot of times the results don't come out how they're supposed to because you rushed it. But if you just took your time and actually understood, you know, what exactly is going on, you get a better result and you feel better about yourself. Now you're like successful within yourself. You're not like a product of a group.
It's like baking a cake.
Exactly.
You can't take that cake out too early, bro.
Nah, it's gonna be trash. I mean,
you can't take it out too early. You gotta let it cook, let it marinate, gotta let it do what it gotta do. So when you do take it out, it'll be the best cake you ever baked.
Exactly. Nobody wants to be that person to cook out where nobody touched what you brought.
Ooh.
Nobody wants to be that person. Exactly.
Bro, if I'm at a cookout and somebody brings something nasty, I promise you I'm not touching it. I might just look at it and be like, thanks for bringing it.
Exactly. But, you know, we don't really want this. You don't want to be that person. Be the person with a nice dish. Or just keep it simple. Simplicity is everything.
Simple. Yeah. I just think this generation, I would say my advice to people our age who feel as though they aren't really running their own race, I would say be authentically you and be good at it. You can't be living up to other people's expectations of who you're supposed to be.
For sure.
You need to take time to yourself and figure out who you are as an individual and live up to your own expectations of what you set for yourself.
For sure. But at the same time, in the same breath, set realistic expectations.
Yeah, yes.
Like, don't tell me you about to be on the moon next year, then I still see you at the same Kroger's bagging groceries. Nah, just set realistic expectations. Be like, I'm trying to go to a job that I make like $250 more.
Right.
That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm trying to get a car where I don't have to replace the wheels like every 2 months. That's good too. I
just say, y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do. Handle your business, Well, that's all for today, you guys. This was the first episode of Talk About It Tuesday.
A good one at that.
Yeah. So tune in every Tuesday for 2 p.m. Central Time to listen to the latest real talk topics. Stay real.